Hello friends, now we are going to say about Aufbau principle, which we study in understanding the electronic configurations of elements. There we study the three important principles. One of them is Aufbau principle. The remaining two are Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity as well as Pauli's exclusion principle. Now let us see Aufbau principle. Here the Aufbau is a German word which represents building up. So here while constructing a building, how we keep the bricks one on another from lower to higher, in the same way the filling of electrons in the atoms also happens from lower energy levels to higher energy levels. This is explained by Aufbau principle. Statementally it can be said as filling of atomic orbitals happens from lower energy levels to higher energy levels. This means lower energy levels first occupy the electrons. After filling up of these lower energy levels, then higher energy levels will be filled with the electrons. To explain this, it is given a diagram which we generally known as Moeller diagram. It represents the filling of electrons in the different subshells of orbits. As we know, in the first shell there will be only one subshell, that is 1s. In the second shell there are two subshells, 2s and 2b. In the third shell we know three subshells, 3s, 3p, 3d. In the fourth, 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. In this way, as the number of the shell increasing, number of subshells also increases in that. Now the filling of electrons occurs in these all subshells from lower energy subshell to higher energy level. This can be indicated with the diagonal arrow marks. So first electrons occupy 1s subshell and then 2s subshell, after that 2p subshell, then 3s, after that 3p subshell and then 4s. After filling up of 4s only, electrons enters into 3d and then 4p. After 4p, electrons enters into 5 subshell. This is the order of filling of electrons into different subshells. Here, to compare the energies of different subshells, we have one method, that is comparison of n plus L value, where n represents the principal quantum number of that subshell and L represents the azimuthal quantum number. For example, let us compare. Here we get a general doubt why electrons enters into 4s subshell instead of 3d after filling 3p orbital. Let us compare the energy values or n plus L values of 3d and 4s now. If we take 3d subshell, its n plus L value, let us calculate now. N value represents the main energy level, that is 3. L value is azimuthal quantum number which is given by the subshell in which that electron is. Here the subshell is D, so L value will be 2. If the subshell is S, L value is 0 as we know. If it is P, L value is 1. If it is D, L value is 2. If it is F subshell, L value will be 3. Now here as it is D, its value will be 2. Now total becomes 5. Let us see the n plus L value of 4s now. As you know, n value becomes 4 for this, as principal quantum number is 4 for this, and azimuthal quantum number value or L value is 0 for this, as subshell is S. Now it becomes 4. So as by comparing n plus L value for these two, we came to know that 4s is having lower energy or lower n plus L value than that of 3d. That is why even though these 3s, 3p, 3d are in the same shell, there is a slight energy difference between the 3d and 4s, which is being the outer shell. 4s is having lower energy comparatively 3d. That is why after filling 3p, electrons occupy 4s subshell, and after completion of filling this 4s, electrons enters into 3d. In this way, Aufbau principle explains us the filling up of electrons into different shells in an atom. This happens from lower energy levels to higher energy levels. Electrons first occupy lower energy levels. After completely filling these lower energy levels, they occupy higher orbits or higher energy levels. This is Aufbau principle.